The president has, number one, tried to distance himself from the trial. The White House has indicated that, in their view, this trial has absolutely nothing to do with the administration or the president of the United States. But, in fact, it has a lot to do with it, because he was, in fact, the president's campaign manager during a critical time, relatively short time, but a very critical time in President Trump's campaign. So it's a big deal for that reason. Also very important, I think, to say President Trump has often called the investigation by the special counsel, which has brought this case, a witch hunt. And if Mr. Manafort turns out guilty, it'll be much harder for the president to throw shade on the investigation, Cecilia.
So finally, Joe, does this trial hold any consequences for Trump?
One of those consequences is certainly political. Also have to point out that this is a midterm election year in the United States. So the president obviously wants to distance himself from any claims of illegal activity. If Mr. Manafort is convicted, it makes it harder and harder for him to do that. Suggests that, if you will, the investigators are getting closer and closer to the Oval Office. Now, on the flip side, if Manafort is found not guilty, it'll certainly be something that the Trump team will use here in the United States to indicate, in their view, with evidence, that this special counsel investigation is going nowhere.